Hello and welcome to Clever News Dex. We're reaching you live from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. I am Florence Joshua. Welcome. The Nigerian police force has condemned the conduct of its officers captured in a viral video receiving money from a Chinese national, describing their actions as unprofessional and unethical. The incident, which has sparked widespread outrage online, prompted the force headquarters to identify the officers involved and initiate disciplinary proceedings. In a statement issued on Wednesday and signed by the force public relations officer ACP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, the police emphasized its commitment to upholding professionalism and maintaining public trust, in addition to addressing the misconduct. The force warned individuals and organizations making use of police service, particularly escorts and guards, to desist from any act capable of degrading the integrity of its officers and bringing the force to disrepute. Meanwhile, a magistrate court in Lagos has freed Alabi Kwadiri, the teenager who went viral in the build-up to the 2023 presidential election. Kwadiri appeared in court on Thursday after spending several months in Kirikiri prison, Lagos State. The magistrate Adetola Olurufemi ordered the release of Kwadiri following the legal advice from the Director of Public Prosecutions. He was cleared of charges bordering on conspiracy to commit felony and armed robbery, with the court ruling that he had no case to answer.
You would recall that his photograph at the time became an internet sensation, and Nigerians became very interested in his case. Following that, a lot of people made donations to him, and his matter was widely reported. Quite sadly, people in the community some people in the community, so-called area boys, felt entitled to be settled in quotes or to be appeased, and they demanded that part of the monies you donated to Quadri be given to them. In fact, I can also tell you that the value of their community specifically told Quadri's mother to buy a cow with rice and cook to appease the youth. Because they refused to do this family has been continuously witch-hunted since 2023. Let me also place on record that this was the second time that Quadri has been arrested. The first time, the same area boys took him before the same valley of the community, invited police to arrest him. At that time, we did not hear about it. So in January, he was returning from work at night when two boys dragged him to the Amokoko Divisional Police Headquarters and told the DPO that Quadri was involved in street fighting. To our greatest dismay, on the 27th of January, the police brought him before the same court to be remanded, only for them to get to court, and they were told that Quadri was being wanted in connection with a case of armed robbery. The family was very shocked by this development. The family had no hand in this, and therefore nobody heard about it until one Hassana brought this matter to please come to this side. Brought this matter to social media X, and our attention was called to it, and the family then briefed me to represent him. This is the mother of Quadri, and this is Hassana, the activist who brought the matter to public attention. We took immediate steps to investigate the matter, and I personally met with Quadri at the Medium Security Correctional Custodial Center, Kirikiri. He interviewed him for over 2 hours, and he made it clear to me that, number one, the other persons who were said to be his casemates are unknown to him, and that he was not involved in any case of armed robbery or any other offense. We therefore took steps to bring the matter to the attention of the DPP. Finally, the Director of Public Prosecution issued a legal advice, and as you can see today, the court found that Alabi Quadri had no case to answer, he was not involved in armed robbery, and there was no basis for him to be arrested. I state on record that the DPO of Amokoko Divisional Headquarters must immediately be removed. I am calling on behalf of the family that the DPO of Amokoko must be removed immediately, and that even the IPO and other officers who were involved in this very devilish act of framing up a minor for armed robbery must be made to face orderly room trial. We are also demanding that the police must pay the sum of 100 million to Quadri, having been detained since January illegally. Lastly, we demand a public apology from the Nigerian police, and we ask the Inspector General of Police and the Commissioner of Police, Lagos State Commissioner of Police, to ensure that these measures are taken.
In another development, Nigerians have reacted to a statement by the President of the Nigerian Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs and Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Muhammad Sa'ad Abubakar III, labeling social media as a terrorist organization and calling on security agencies to urgently address the dangers associated with its use. He said this while delivering a speech at the 17th Executive Committee meeting of the Northern Traditional Rulers Council held in Maiduguri, Borno State on Tuesday. Clever News gathered that the monarch's statement has generated mixed reactions, with many citizens taking to social media to air their opinions for and against the statements. Let's now join Clever's Gloria Atta for details.
The President of the Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs and Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Muhammadu Sa'ad Abubakar III, has called on security agencies in the country to urgently address the dangers associated with the use of social media in the country. According to a viral video shared by a sister television station, the Sultan lamented the rising cases of misinformation being spread on social media and called for a proactive approach to curb the trend.
You can't come and be through social media, but that's one terrorist organization, social media. Social media is a terrorist organization. What they do, put somebody in his comfort room and formulate stories, and you will swear that it's true. So, social media is a terrorist organization that we must deal with. Security agencies must deal with this terrorist organization called social media. So we're not happy with what's been happening either on the plateau or other places.
The monarch's statement has generated mixed reactions and debates by social media users, with many citizens questioning his choice of words, especially at this time when there are calls by lawmakers to regulate social media in the country.
Alhaji Muhammadu Sa'adu Abubakar III, he just said that social media is a terrorist organization and that it must be dealt with by the security agency. So basically now, he has started a campaign against social media. That's just the start of a campaign against social media. If you remember, they're already pushing for a bill that was led by Ned Nwoko. I saw it online. Led by Ned Nwoko, that social media should be regulated. So now this man don't join in voice as the Sultan of Sokoto. They are slowly strengthening it. So they are moving towards regulating social media. Now, sir, I want to understand that because of your reason you gave, that somebody can just sit down inside his house and make a publication, a false publication, and then that is injurious. Yes, you are right on that part. A lot of people take advantage of social media. But if that is your reason for calling social media a terrorist organization, then I would say you are emotional. You know, I would just say Nigerians should not be angry because our father just spoke out of emotions. Maybe somebody somewhere made a publication about him or some of his friends that he knows maybe it is not true. So it got him in the mood to say, okay, you know what? Social media is a terrorist group. But it is offensive to us that use social media to do good, that use social media to fight for the right of others, that use social media to fight for victims of scam, victims of fraud, to help communities that don't have water get water, to support a lot of youths that are victims of the bad economy of this country. A lot of youths, by supporting them, okay, take this small money to start business. I know a lot of good that myself and my team have used social media to do in just a short period of time.
The Sultan also expressed deep frustration over the unrelenting wave of killings and insecurity ravaging the northern region.
There's insecurity everywhere in the world, not only in Nigeria. But some of us that go around the world, we know more people are killed in some developed countries every day than the total amount of people killed in Nigeria in a month or in 2 months. So insecurity is everywhere. And the fact that there is insecurity, there are clashes here, there is killings here and there, should wake us up for us to take action on what do we do to stem the tide of this endless and merciless and madness that's going about killing innocent people. And I think it's important for us to work harder and talk to ourselves. And in the closing session, we will do that. They will come up with what we believe we should advise our political leaders.
The meeting with the theme, Enhanced Security as a Panacea for Stability and Development of the North, brought together various traditional rulers from the North to brainstorm on strategies that will bring about development in northern Nigeria. Gloria Atta, reporting for Clearview News.
Controversial singer Okikiola Badmus, popularly known as Portable, has threatened to arrest anyone who defames him. The singer made the threat after recently being arrested and remanded in prison over the alleged criminal defamation of veteran Fuji musician Akorede Saheed, popularly known as Saheed Osupa. Speaking in a new viral video, Portable vowed to take legal action against anyone who defames him henceforth, noting that having suffered the consequences of the law over alleged defamation, he would not hesitate to do the same to anyone who targets him. Recall that Portable was remanded at Okikura Correctional Center in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital, after failing to meet stringent bail conditions imposed by an upper area court in the state. However, he was later released on bail following the withdrawal of the petition against him by Saheed Osupa.
To those people who did defamation me, then broke me there or you put bad comment on my page. I got my follow up BL. All this shit for me now, I'm not shit for anybody. All this shit for me, so I'm not like shit for anybody. Oh, God, so wrong for me online. I be TikTok, Telegram, Instagram, you talk bad about me. Of a giant. My buying nowhere. You cannot say for me, not say for anybody. Don't talk good about me now. Talk good about me. Say good about me. What they bomb on me, bad must be Okikiola. The bad vessel of me store giddy pa me. If you talk bad about me, my competition bindy. Go see it over my beer or go me. Federal government liability or my job enemy. Mupay de Benny. Don't talk. I jaja they go, jaja mokolo. Ya will leko, Baba will leko. I made me talk bad about me because see that IG.
You can follow up on latest events and happenings around you via social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Clearview News Dex, or via handle on X, formerly known as Twitter at Clearview Online. Many thanks for watching. I am Florence Joshua. Bye for now.